Something. So Gillie the Kid and Whack 100 was on a podcast, promoting the podcast, more promotion for the podcast. You know what I'm saying? I'm not promoting their podcast, so I'm not even going to say the name of the podcast that they was on. But yet, you probably already know what the name of the podcast they was on. The only podcast that I'm going to promote is my new podcast called Spilling the Tea. Spilling the Tea Radio on Facebook. Go to Facebook, type in Spilling the Tea Radio, and hit that like button when you get to that page, because I have a cast of reality personalities over there. If you want to get a laugh, if you want to get a joke, you know what I'm saying? You want to go where it's popping at? Go to Spilling the Tea Radio on Facebook and like that page. And we up to episode 7. We just started that podcast. We just started that. But I'm not gonna promote these people podcast. But Billy the Kid, Gillie, I'm sorry, not Billy. Gillie the Kid and Whack 100 was talking about Birdman and how Birdman robbed everybody in the game. Let me tell you something. And I overheard Gillie the Kid said he was a smart nigga. I'm sorry. He was smart. I heard him saying he was smart. Ain't no such thing as being smart. Hold on. Ain't no such thing as being smart in the industry. Number one thing you cannot outsmart, and I don't care how smart you black people think you are, coming into, you know what I'm saying, these record labels. I don't care how smart you think you are. You are not smarter than a person that owns a label. You are not smarter than the label. You are not smarter than the label executives. Because if you were smarter than the label executive, you wouldn't have got tricked on those cargo slave ships to be brought over here to be sold as bond men, that's slave men, and bond women, that's slave women, and no man or woman shall buy you. Quoted in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 68. If you were smart. I'm tired of Negroes saying that they are smart, but yet they are dumb as a box of rocks. You know? I'm tired of niggas. You know what I'm saying? Wu-Tang Clan thought that they were smart. Where is they at now? See what I'm saying? Negroes cannot be smart trying to sign to the white man's label. Because if you were smart, you would have your own label. Wouldn't that be right? Not only your own label, you would have your own label and you would have your own distribution if you was smart. So don't say that. You know what I'm saying? Now, to get on Birdman, you know what I'm saying? What these people are doing, Gillie the Kid and Whack 100, they are promoting a podcast as well as themselves. They're not really telling you nothing about Birdman. I'm going to tell you some history about Birdman that they will never tell you. Birdman did not come up until he sacrificed that girl, the Queen of Bounce. What's her name? You know what I'm saying? That she was a New Orleans female rapper. She was called the Queen of Bounce. You know what I'm saying? And Birdman was managing her, and Birdman sacrificed her. As soon as Birdman sacrificed the Queen of Bounce, you notice Universal gave Birdman $50 million. Pay attention, do your history, and you'll see everything I'm telling you are purely facts. Soon as Birdman sacrificed the Queen of Bounce, he was given $50 million from Universal. And then with that $50 million, he had everybody doing the bling bling era. Bling bling. Every time I come around, right, bling bling, he had everybody rocking ice. Everybody rocking ice in their mouth. Everybody rocking ice on their fingers and all their necks. And you know what I'm saying? Everybody was about the spending money on flawless diamonds and gold. That's what it was all about. You know what I'm saying? Spending money where even the people that don't have money, spending money. That's what it was all about. Bling, 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 bling. You notice that? Okay. Then after that, once that era was successful, once Birdman accomplished and was successful at brainwashing the masses and then into this materialistic bling bling, buying the jewelry, never mind your kids stuff. He was successful with that. Universal gave him another advance, which was $100 million. So he went from $50 million to Universal giving him $100 million. And pay attention to when he received that $100 million. The whole organization changed from bling bling to rich gang. Gang. And notice, rich gang is another word for blood gang. Because he went from bling blinging to rich gang, which is another word for blood gang. See, he couldn't have put blood gang because that would be too obvious. But if you look at when he started the rich gang, look at what he was pushing. Everybody around him changed to blood. Now he's wearing red. He wasn't wearing red and talking about Sue wooing when he was bling blinging it. He didn't start that until he got that $100 million. That's what Universal gave him the $100 million for. To influence the youth and the American Negroes into encouraging and into joining the 9 trade bloods. That's the brainwashing. To keep them committing crimes, to keep them getting locked up and going inside of the prison yard, to keep those beds filled, because the top artists, the top celebrities get paid from these private prisons. And you guys can't see that. So you see, if you want to know the truth, you come to the truth. These people ain't telling you the truth. So he went from, you know what I'm saying, he went from bling bling to rich gang, short for blood gang. Then you had Lil Wayne going from rapping about bling blinging to rapping about Sue wooing. Now Birdman is a blood. Now everybody around Birdman are bloods. Now he's pushing bloods. Now he's repping bloods. Everything is red in Cash Money now. And it's been like that. And ever since that era is over, now you don't hear nothing from Birdman. Because the game has been accomplished. The agenda has been accomplished. Let me tell you something, people. Birdman, through Birdman's music, through Birdman's rich gang music, he done incarcerated more Negroes than any organization after any organization, any music organization, any label. He done incarcerated more black people. Because he done influenced more black people with his bling blinger, I don't give a F music. Shoot 'em up. We Sue wooing, we banging around here. Birdman even had that blood documentaries. But you guys don't see it that way. And at the same time, Birdman was influencing our people into that blood gang, being encouraged into that with that $100 million. You had up in the East Coast, you had Cameron and Dipset pushing the 9 trade blood agenda up in the East Coast. And then you had Death Row on the West Coast pushing the 9 trade bloods. You see how these Jewish people, the smart people, gives the money out, and the puppets portray the agenda. But anyway, this is news, people. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Oh, don't forget, if you want more exclusive content, exclusive conversations, weekly Bible study, and much, much more, where join my exclusive Facebook Messenger group. You can do so by sending me a friend request to my Facebook page, PSTR Michael Smith on Facebook, and I'll add you to the group. I want to thank you all for tuning in and logging on to another episode of Illuminati News Hour, right here on 90.1 Gospel Talk Radio. I am your host. I'm your pastor, Mr. Michael Smith. If you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I drop this juicy news. Also, hit that comment board if you have a question or a comment, like button, hate button, much more. Till next time, stay tuned. God bless you.